Hello and welcome back to how to get an HD in business modeling. This is the final video and I'm going to talk about how to run a simple regression in Excel. This is for Excel workshop week 10, and please download the Excel file from lecture resources folder on Canvas. This is the Excel file you're gonna see, which is available on Canvas, and I want to run a simple regression between two variables, temperature and sales. Imagine that the temperature in centigrade and this is sales of, for example, ice cream. So as the temperature goes up, you're hoping that the number of sales of ice creams goes up as well. Okay, as before, I'm going to use data analysis function. Under data ribbon, click on that. You need to search for regression function. Regression function is here. Click on that. Now, you need to choose your x and y. Remember, your y is your dependent variable and your x is always your independent variable. Here, sales would change by changes of temperature. Therefore, sales depend on temperature. Therefore, I need to choose y sales, and for x I would choose temperature. I selected labels of variables, so I need to ensure that labels box is ticked. For confidence level I don't need to do anything, that's default 95%. I want to put the output here on this page, so I select a cell. You can select anywhere, and you need to ensure that line fit plots is ticked as well. That's where Excel produces the graph for you. Click OK. Okay. Now, that's the output that we get from Excel. I don't need the residual output, so I can actually delete this. Alt H delete R would delete the rows, and let's expand it and clean the output because we want to present this in our appendix and it needs to be as clean as possible. Remember that these two last columns are repetitive. As you can see, upper 95%, lower 95% repeated, so I delete these two columns. It's fine. I'm interested in reporting of R, that's the value of interest, and R square. This is also value of interest. Let's reduce the decimal points so they look nicer. So you remember to report R and R square. You also need to talk about, let's reduce the decimal points. You need to talk about the intercept and the coefficient of the independent variable. So I highlight these two. You need to talk about the significance level of your independent variable temperature here. Be careful, this is 1.921 to the power of minus 0.6. It means if I expand the decimal points, this value having another 6 zeros in front. So be careful when you report this. It's very close to 0. Can you get a number? So if I change it to number, it's almost 0. If I increase the value, you can see that the value is 0.6 zeros and then 1.9. Okay. So these are the values that I need to get from the table and discuss in the report. Now let's work with this graph This is something you need to present as well. You don't need to have these legends, so delete that. You don't need this variable. I'm mainly interested in these dots that shows the relationship between temperature and cells. This is not really appropriate because it's starting at 20, so let's play with axis format and change the minimum value to maybe 20. Now see that we have a better distribution of values, and that's a better look. I can change the title to regression between cells and temperature. Okay. I also want to have the line of best fits. If I right click on one of these lines, you can see I have an option add trend line, and a trend line would be added. I need to show the equation on the chart and value of r square. So I take these two boxes. Be careful that you need to be on a linear function. Okay, let's work on this as well. We can improve this. Remember, you need to write the full name of variables. So that's your cells, and this is your temperature. Use temp for the moment. I can even insert a multiplication symbol here. Looks better. And remember, your intercept need to show up first, so we bring it on the left side. Okay, that's much better now. That's a better way to write the equation. You can still play with the axis formatting or even format of these cells. I leave this to you, so you can actually add more effects to this chart, but that is what we're after. Remember to have the equation on the chart, r square value on the chart, and have appropriate title for axis, and have appropriate title for the chart itself, and report the important values from Excel output. Put this output in the appendix and just discuss the important values, but report this graph in the body of your assignment. Okay, I hope it's helpful. Good luck with your assignments. See you later.